Well, g'day Larrikins. Welcome to another instalment of Larrikins On The Loose. Here with my great mate Muzza Hartin again. We're at beautiful Tambar Springs Hotel today, built in 1888, Murray.
And I believe that's a significant year.
It is as far as we're concerned. It's at 1888.
Yeah.
Straight on the bottle, beautiful year.
Yeah.
So just before, we're cooking a lamb neck curry today. Myself and Murray, so we'll go through the paces in a minute, but we're going to bring in the Great Bruce Hockings first, the publican.
The publican of the Tambar Springs Hotel, yes. And
You anywhere about, Bruce?
here he comes. Strangely enough, he's
Sneak
got
in the
a
middle,
beer
mate.
in his hand. G'day, mate. Good to see you.
G'day, Bruce.
Mate.
How's things, mate?
Good, mate, good.
So tell us a little bit about this hotel, mate, you've taken on
Get
here.
up here a bit.
We bought it 2 years ago,
Yep.
and it's been going pretty good. Very tough through COVID, but we've got things happening.
Yep.
Got a good day today. Glad
And you-
you guys are here.
And you and Murray go back a fair way. Hey, no rugby boys?
Very hard to believe we were both halfbacks. I mean, not hard to believe Bruce was a halfback, and I got turned from a centre into a halfback. And we clashed a few times. Tamworth Pirates versus Gunnedah. And
Halfback, you were never
I
halfback.
can't remember ever having a story that I ever got around him. So,
Now viewers, Bruce, the Great Bruce Hockings here, played rugby union up until the age of 53. And he also played with his three sons in the same team. Is that reserve grade or first? Reserve grade.
and how many games, Bruce?
Too many.
500 plus? Yeah, 500 plus.
500 games of rugby.
Gunbo, yeah.
Beautiful. All for the Red Devils.
Yep, and 70 for cool.
70 for cooler. Jeez, what'd you jump ship for a while?
Yeah, just something different.
Beautiful. All right, Bruce, we're going to cook up. We've got some hungry people here today, so we're going to brew up a lamb neck curry.
Yes.
And Kath Riley's cooking lamb's fry and bacon over there. So around about 4:30, we're going to smack them on the bar and go from it. Mate, really good to see you.
I'll make sure people aren't dehydrated.
No, you make sure.
Glad to see you, Bruce. We'll have a couple later on. I'm going to spruik a few yarns as well. Yeah, get a bit of poetry going.
Brad Gallagher, eh? The failed rabbit trapper. Can you tell me what it's like to live with that fella? Oh, she's off the bone. We'll tip all that in.
He gave a mighty roar. I roared all through the territory and never come unstuck. So give me all you got, big bird, and buck, you bastard, buck.
He's got the fire pit going in the backyard. So you got a herb named after yourself?
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Yeah, righto.
Let's get it going. We're going to start it off. We've got the fire brewing across the road, so we'll kick her up.
On the gas
Right,
burner?
yeah, we're going to fry off the lamb neck.
This is the famous
You
Loz's
can come on.
lamb
Murray,
neck
you want
curry.
to come on?
You're right. We accept all visitors and guests.
You can sneak it. Anyone's allowed on this show. Right, let's sneak all them in.
Okay, these are the lamb
So
necks.
these are our little lamb neck rosettes. Beautiful.
Alright.
Put a horn on a jellyfish, Murray. Murray?
Can't say that.
I know, but they do.
But you can eat them raw if you like, but it's better you give them a little bit of heat.
So we're just going to cook them off first.
How many throwing in?
We're going to throw the lot in.
Okay, cool.
We'll season them up while they're cooking,
Righto, we're just going to place
and then we'll transfer to the coals later. A little bit of
Worcestershire. Yeah. He's been practising that for a couple of weeks now.
Now, Murray, you're real good at the garlic.
Yeah, righto. How do you want it done?
We need to cut all that up.
Righto, we'll just throw that there for the time being. Cut all the gut up, so you want just get the clothes smashed
Yep.
and how
So
far.
we're going to start it off with just carrots and onions. I might just grab that knife, Murray.
Yeah, okay. We're gonna... Righto, this
You
is...
notice we've got the overhead camera looking at all the stuff we're doing here.
Yeah, all the stuff we're doing wrong. How much garlic do you want? Got him! Hey!
I want a fair bit. Fair
Righto.
bit in there, and if you fail there,
We'll we've got a lot. This could take a bit of time, folks. We'll fast forward this out of this.
Don't cut your hand, Murray.
No, I won't. There
Another carrot in.
Now we've got some stuff. He's gone. He'll go to the little bin there.
Oh, we're losing carrot.
We've got a downhill angle on the table, folks. So it's cutting with vigour and we're just losing the carrots. We're on about 80% carrot margin.
We're on a lean.
Yeah, we're on a lean, that's right, yeah. Which is pretty normal later on, but not so much now.
So Murray, tell me, the last week you've been at an interesting place.
Yeah, I got to perform at the Nimbin Mardi Gras.
Nimbin Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras and Hemp Olympics, yeah. So
Hemp Olympics.
The Hemp Olympics, where they have the.
Did you win a medal in it?
I didn't, but I was appointed as the 2021 bong master for the throw, bong, and yell. And you had to throw
bong throwing?
Yeah, bong being an implement to...
Who won that? He'd be a savoury character.
He was a bloke called Brandon, and he was from Echuca, so we christened him the Echuca Chucker. If you go on my Facebook page, you'll see a photo of him launching the winning throw with the bong in the air.
You've got it on your Facebook page,
Oh, man, I'm a good photographer, you know that.
That's gold, Murray. What else happened there at the Mardi Gras?
Got to perform on a Saturday night comedy spectacular with my good mates S. Sorensen and Al Glover, and they've been commentating that event for the Hemp Olympics for 20 years.
Yep.
And they also had the wonderful Mandy Nolan, who's from up that way. She's a brilliant comedian, and also the incredible Steady Eddie.
No.
Yes.
Steady Eddie there.
Yeah. I tell you what.
How's he travelling?
Well, he was travelling a bit dodgy when we were driving home because he was driving, and it was foggy, and the demister wasn't working, so we're in a bit of trouble. But we got out of trouble.
You didn't let Steady Eddie drive you anywhere, did you?
It was his car.
Nice. Right.
Yeah. No, he's very clever.
Legend.
I can't repeat too much of the stuff, but he's a very funny man. And so yeah, so that was good. It was great. I've been to Nimbin a few times for the Blue Moon Cabaret, Pete. Did you ever?
Blue Moon
Oh,
Cabaret.
mate, it's the most diverse range of quality entertainment you'll ever be involved in. So we might do a camp up in there one day.
We'll do a camp oven anywhere.
Righto.
But old mate Bruce has got the Tambar Springs pub sort of singing, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. Yeah, because it's been a bit of a battle. I mean,
He got playground equipment and everything going on.
He only put that in for himself.
He did, yeah.
Got the jumping castle. Now, how many cloves of garlic do we need, mate?
Well, let's just chop them up and that'll do us.
Righto, cool.
We'll sneak them in.
Righto. Does that have to be too fine or not?
Well, Murray, you know how to crush them, don't you?
Yeah.
Just.
I've got to do that last bit.
That's it. Have we seasoned that stuff yet?
Yeah.
Yep. Got the old rock salt again?
Rock salt, yeah. As they say, the Himalayan rock salt, 40,000 years old, and it's used by August, so we just got it in time. Incredible, that.
That's looking good. Let's just dice that up, Muzz. There's my famous spoon I'll take everywhere with me.
Yeah, the spoon. He wakes me with that when I muck up, you know, and it's not good. But no blood yet, that's good.
How many people are at the Nimbin Mardi Gras?
Oh, mate, a lot less this year because it's normally chock-a-block full of bloody, international backpackers.
Right.
So,
COVID?
Yeah, COVID. So there was a lot there. There was probably more police than anyone else.
Was there?
Yeah, they were everywhere. Anyway.
So
but,
how far, the winning bong?
37.4 metres.
Full of water?
Well, no, I was the bong master, so it was about 240 mil, about half of 500 mil.
Everybody has 240 mil
that's
in
right,
their bong.
Yeah, on my measure.
All
yeah.
right.
I was very precise with it, and he launched. And then they had the joint rolling events, which is the speed rolling, the blind rolling, the rolling in adverse conditions, and the karate.
How long were you there for, Murray?
It felt like about 7 days, but it was only a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a nice smell in the air.
There was.
Yeah. Oh,
righto, that'll do it, Muzz. Let's smack that in there.
Righto, cool. I'll just put that over there and nice and chopped garlic.
Larrikin. Hey. So
What next? Do we need some onion?
I've got done the onion.
Yeah, right.
Righto, let's just give those a toss around, brown them either side.
Righto, with the big woody poon.
Yeah, I'm on water detail.
Righto, cool. Yeah, just turning over the little little lamb necks here. They're browning up nicely. We've got the carrot in there. We've got the onion. We've got a bit of garlic going on. Then pretty soon, Loz will start producing the magic. The stuff that really gets in there and makes this what it is. The Loz's famous lamb neck curry. And he named that dish himself, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah,
That's right.
I've got one more flip to go.
One more flip. We might just give them a little brown because we've a lot of hungry people here and we want to hurry it up a bit. I don't usually brown them off first, but this will hurry it up by an hour.
Yeah, right, cool.
We happy with that?
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Oh, hang on, I found one
There's
hiding
one.
in there, Pete.
Beautiful.
I had to re-chuck one of your onions, mate. It was ridiculous.
What was wrong with it?
Well, it was like a third of an onion.
Right. Righto. We'll get.
Use the water, that takes the sizzle out straight away.
Yeah, we just want to cover it.
Just going, yeah, so if you have a look there, it's just covering it, right?
Righto. So just while we bring that up to the boil, before we start simmering, we're going to do 1 curry powder.
Keena's curry.
Yep.
And that's a measured amount of...
That's a measured amount of Keen's curry.
That's a Lorimer measure.
Yep.
So if you got to see it, just, hey, look, it's cooking. You do what you do. Just don't put in too much. You can always add more, Pete.
That's right.
You can't take it out once
We
it's in.
taste as we go, but we need to give that a stir, Muzz.
Righto. Oh, splashy.
And these little hot pots, these are the secret. The little hot pots. Lamb curry hot pots. Straight out of Coles.
All Woolworths.
All Woolworths.
Yeah, all IGA.
Get them
IGA.
anywhere, IGA.
Yeah, Aldi.
Yeah, we're not favouring anyone on this show like
No, that's right,
MasterChef,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
They're all
right,
Coles.
Yeah.
So we give that a whack all around. We'll put two in early.
Added a good bit of colour to it.
It does. So we start off with 2 of the packets, and we add the other 2 once we hit the coals. We'll leave it for an hour or so.
And I just want to tell you, this Loz's famous lamb neck curry is in the book.
In the camp oven
Book,
Larrikins on the Loose.
On the Loose.
Hopefully out for Father's Day, but we don't know what's going on.
Yeah, we're not sure.
So little secret ingredients: apples.
Pink lady apple slices.
Pink lady apples. It takes the tang, just takes the curry, just sweetens it up a fraction, Murray.
I got you right, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, you've done that before. Oh, yeah, we've got that all over.
We're good?
Cool. So we've got already got a wonderful range of flavours. There's going to be a little bit more to come in shortly.
Yep. So what else? What else we'll add later? We'll put. Actually, we might go to the potatoes now because I'll leave them whole.
Yeah, righto.
So we'll smack all of it.
Buds are going in whole. You can chop them up a little bit if you like, but you don't want to fine them. Yeah, chop them too fine.
It'll be on a couple of hours, so they'll just cook through nicely. And
yeah.
Everyone has a potato.
There's a bloody spud from a camp oven, is it? Oh, we probably are.
So we got that. So what'll go in after that? All we really need to add to that, while it's on the fire, is our peas and corn.
Peas and corn.
And some mixed vegetables. We'll go in on top later.
A few more.
And 2 more curry mixes.
Gotcha. And
so 4 curry mixes all up, Muzz?
Yeah, 4. That's 4. Any more little herbs and spices secrets?
Nothing.
No, that's it. Right.
Salt and pepper to taste.
Yeah. This is the thing. Like, I used to think when I heard about camp ovens that it was like some ninja thing where you needed a bloody 5-year apprenticeship before they let you into the fire or the gas burner.
That's right.
And all it is just chopping up.
Yep.
And
taste as you go. If it needs more curry, if it needs more.
Right. And
we're cooking for a crowd here, a big crew today, so we don't want to chilly it up. We don't want to go overboard with the curry.
We don't want some anaphylactic, whatever that thing is.
Anaphylactic.
Yeah. We don't want any of that happening.
That's like our big mate Dan Proudman. He suffers from that.
Right. He'll appear in a later episode.
He does.
But
all right, so let's get the lid on that, Muzz, and let's get over to the coals.
Yep, I'm just going to say too, so you can follow this recipe, but if you like mushrooms or something, you can throw a mushroom in there.
You can throw what you want.
Yeah, so don't be a slave to the recipe, just use it as a guide. Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
But that'll give you the basis of an absolutely cracking dish.
Right, cool.
2-3 hours? 2-3 hours we'll be on it.
Are we going to walk that over there? So yeah, this is knocking me straight. So I'm going to finish up with. I've had a couple of requests for this one, and if I hadn't written this poem, I probably wouldn't have a career, if that's what you call it, as a poet. As I said, I was out at Uluru. It was an insurance broker's tour. Sounds pretty exciting. And and we ended up doing a night at Urim Bush Camp, which Jean Hayes had set up as part of Deepwell Station. Her husband Billy owned. He's a 4th generation station owner. As a young bloke, he won 3 Alice Springs Cups as a jockey. He was only a little bloke. Brilliant in the radio arena, you know, bareback, saddle bronc, bull ride, but you got to stay on for 8 seconds until the bell rings. Get off the best way you can. Also a top camp drafter, which I always have to explain to the city audiences, is a horse and cattle sport, just in case they think he's a gay architect. Who's been out to the Alice? Because the accent's unreal. A lot of the stockmen and the people grew up with Aboriginal stockmen. They've got a mixture of this beautiful Aboriginal lilt with this Territorian pidgin. So nothing's fantastic or great or brilliant, it's just proper good. And nothing's a truck or a ute or a vehicle, it's just a motor car. Spelt one word, M-O-D-A-C-A-R-A. And must jump in that motor car, bring it over here, eh? They don't open their lips too fast so the flies can't get in, see? And Billy also reintroduced my love of condensed milk from a tube or a can. I remember they've probably grown up like that. And the only thing sweeter than condensed milk in a tube or a can is red aeroplane jelly straight out of the box. And then you can fly. Mum's calls it lunch. I'll be down in a minute, Mum. Whoa. As I say out there, they work hard, they play hard, they drink hard, which took a little bit of getting used to, but I knuckled down, had a real crack at it. And they were basically fearless except for one thing. Thanks for listening, folks. Thanks for coming out. Thanks, Loz, for getting me out here, and Hocko, wherever he is. And, oh, there he is. Good to see you, mate. Here's a tale of Billy Hayes from out near Alice Springs. A wild young ringer in his day, done some crazy things. See, jumped bulls over fences, raced a colt up Ayers Rock. His legs weren't built for walking, they were made for riding stock. A legend round the rodeos from Aileron to Broome. An untried horse at 6 a.m. was saddle broke by noon. No form of equine foolery, but wasn't going to try. Only one thing ever spooked him. He was way too scared to fly. Hey, if I was meant to do it, I'd have feathers and a beak. You take the Plania in a day, I'll drive and waste a week. I've been told they're safe as houses and mechanically they're sound. I don't see no rope or bridles, hey, I'm sticking on the ground. But one day Billy got a phone call from his mate in Adelaide who'd got his girl in trouble, so the wedding cards were played. Oh, Bill, I don't care how you do it. You can beg or steal or borrow. But, mate, you got to take the plane, eh, because the big day's on tomorrow. Well, Billy cursed and spat it, said that dopey flaming coot. He knows I'll jump on anything that's coming out of chute. I've caught stallions that'd kill you. I've caught bulls off their brain. Never thought there'd come the day, eh, I'd have to catch a plane. He legged it to the airport. He thought, hey, this is it. The lady at the counter asked, where would you like to sit? Oh, geez, he said, you know that black box thing they always seem to find? Well, you can stick me right inside if you wouldn't bloody mind. The lady smiled politely, said, sir, I'll just take your bag. He said, hey, I don't bloody think so. And by the way, she's called a swag. Well, Bill was sweating buckets when they finally cleared the strip. Had his seatbelt on that tight, he was bleeding from the hip. But when they levelled out, he stopped shaking at the knees. He looked around, relaxed, and thought, this flying game's a breeze. He clipped his belt undone, stretched out in his seat. Well, he couldn't stretch that far because his swag was at his feet. Then the captain crackled something. Bill asked the hostess what was said. So you better buckle up, there's some turbulence ahead. He said, turbulence, what's that? Sure, it's pockets caused by heat, and when it gets severe, it can throw you from your seat. Throw me, I'll be buggered. He pushed his seat right back, wrapped his legs around his swag, and stuck his left hand through the strap. He jammed in his Akubra, he was ready now to ride. Then things got pretty bumpy and Billy yelled, outside! With the plane she dropped 1,000 feet, rose up 500 more. When his head near hit the ceiling, he gave a mighty roar. I roared all through the territory and never come unstuck. So give me all you got, big bird, and buck, you bastard, buck. And while the passengers were screaming in fear of certain death, Billy whooped and hollered till he near ran out of breath. You'd have thought that canvas swag was welded to his ass. And before the ringer knew it, he'd bucked up to business class. There seemed no way to tame this creature. It had 10 gears in reverse. Didn't worry Billy, he just bucked on through the first. He'd done somersaults with twists on this mongrel mount from hell. He yelled out to the pilot, for Christ's sake, ring the bell. Oh, poor old Bill was bleeding from the bugle. He had cuts above both eyes. If you weren't there on the spot, you'd probably think I'm telling lies. He'd been upside down, inside out, done flips and triple spins. You might have seen some great rides in your time, but hands down, Billy wins. With the flight returned to normal, Bill was flat out on the deck, still stuck to his swag, but oh, geez, he looked a bloody wreck. He pulled himself together, stood up and raised his hat. He said, hey, I've had some tough trips in my time, but never one like that. And an 8 second spin in Alice proves you're made of sturdy stuff, you know. I was on there near a minute, and I reckon that's enough. With the first class folk were dumbstruck at this crazy ringer's feat, but Bill just grabbed a crownie and he walked back to his seat. Now years have passed and Bill's long give the bucking game away. Too many breaks and dusty miles for far too little pay. Now plane's not a problem. In fact, he'd rather fly than ride. And when you talk about his maiden voyage, his chest puffs out with pride. He said, hey, you can talk about your Rocky Neds and that old chainsaw bloke. I'd ride them both without a rope and roll a bloody smoke. There's cowboys round who think they're hot. They ain't tasted heat till they've ridden time on Turbulence at 30,000 feet. Thanks, folks. Great to be here. Tambar Springs. Does it get any better than this? I don't think so, folks.